Sky Prophet, baby. Back with another video. Hope everybody's still praying to the man, still in good spirits, keeping their faith, and changing their ways. All of us have, throughout life, wrestled with this tug of the light and the dark. Sometimes the tug is strong on either side. This energy that we've been given allows us to see things differently, in a different light. Not in a different dark, in a different light. We was already in darkness. And that's why I want to highlight why we need God in our life. Because we need that sense of peace in this undeveloped, immature, chaotic, naive world that we live in. Everybody been faced with that situation where the light and the dark tugs at us. Every single one of us. And we can't even act like we don't know of it, you know? We all know of it. Good and evil. God and the devil. Light and darkness. Right and wrong. Pick whichever one you choose. But just know that we all know of it. Like, we can't even escape it like we don't know of it, you know? We all know not to put our hand over the fire. That's just what it is, and we need to wake up and understand it and stop being silly people sometimes, you know? Our whole life, we've been wrestling back and forth with God, each and every one of us, because of the darkness that we have within us. And our ways is something that has to change. If we were within dark ways, how can you, if you stay in darkness? You have to go to. But normally what we do is we point fingers instead of, before we point them in. And we all know that your character is going to tell what you got within yourself, what you got within your heart. The love of God is stronger. It's stronger nowadays for the simple fact that this is a second wave of consciousness. So people are able to assess things better, understand their situations better, all these type of things. We could see the darkness, what it is. People are starting to answer God's calls. More and more people nowadays are starting to answer God's calls. And that's why we getting this extra wave of love. Whereas before, God would talk to, a lot of people, and they wouldn't hear it, because it had so much darkness within the world. But now that more and more people are waking up, God is talking more and more, man. Like he know we hear him now. So it's all divine timing, and it's still fulfilling his prophecy. His prophecy still has to be fulfilled. The reason why I wanted to make this message, the reason why this is so important, as to where before a lot of us didn't have a true understanding of God working, a true knowing and understanding that we can see God working within people around us, within the news, within all these different facets, we can see God everywhere now, more and more, daily. And I'm highlighting that because y'all have to understand, when the Bible says we are accountable for the things that we know, before humans, we didn't have this level of consciousness to truly, we knew of God and all of this. We didn't have this level of consciousness to truly understand, like, man, God is right here in my presence. We have that now. We have that now. That's among us all now. And if you haven't encountered it, it might be tomorrow. But every single person on earth is going to experience this. This is real important, because you need to put down whatever wickedness that you have within your intentions. It has to go, or things are going to start falling off for you. I don't know the process. I just know going against God ain't good. This is the time for us to understand that we're accountable for what we know. God is making his presence known more and more. He's changing people, and we can see it. We can see it, and we can understand it on a conscious level. This is something else out the Bible we need to take heed to nowadays. That's what's playing out for us as we speak. As we speak. I watch people almost on a daily, and I can see why people keep bitterness inside, because the darkness doesn't allow you to even see enlightenment. You can't see enlightenment within all this darkness. And they're on a routine. They're on a routine, and their routine don't change. So it's a routine of darkness. It's a routine of personal judgments. It's a routine of personal commitment. It's a routine of consciously acknowledging going against God's will. That's what we living amongst nowadays, clearer and clearer. So we all accountable for each and everything that we know. The things we don't, that'll still be revealed to us in time. But we have to understand these things. We got a lot of people that question themselves nowadays. And that's simply because they've been living in a material world. They've been living worldly. They've been living worldly. You know, what you got, what you could do, all these things like that, that's what truly matters. And the love of God, it's hard to convince them of that. God even says in his word, I show you of worldly things and you don't believe. How can you believe in heavenly things? That's the blueprint. That's the word. And we all see it. We all see it amongst us. It's crazy that we even live in a world to where you can tell somebody about God and their mind frame can turn to darkness. Whether it be they don't believe you or they don't want you to be within that light. It's just, it's amazing. It's amazing, but that's what we're going to eventually grow out of that. We're going to eventually grow out of it. I pray for everybody. I love everybody. And that's what this energy sits that on my soul. It sits it on my soul. No matter how my days go, no matter what, I have to pray for everybody to get better. I have to keep making these videos so somebody can listen to it and get better. It doesn't matter if it's one person. If it's meaningful, I take it. I don't care about how many. I'm in my purpose, and eventually I don't even want to see the numbers. I'm not worrying about the numbers. I know what I'm doing in my heart. I know what I'm doing in my heart. I don't need confirmation. I don't need none of that. I'm just simply walking this journey, and I'm changing people. So if you in the change, we good. If you not, we not good. I mean, I don't know what to say. You can tune into the videos, but as far as us intertwining, like, we not doing that. We not doing that. I'm darkness not coming around me like that, you know. And today was a final phase of winging that out, period. Because today I noticed people smiling, you know, and I guess they smiling and I'm naive. I guess that's the picture, you know. That ain't the picture I had, but, you know. And I still pray for him. I'm going to still pray for him tonight. But I understand this. I say certain things to people, and you can say certain things to people to see if they truly understand what they're doing. And that means they're accountable for what they're doing. But don't let that concern you. You just be accountable for what you're doing. You don't put bad intentions out there. You have good intentions. You keep your faith in God. You know that there's a better day up ahead. You know that all things taken from you shall be returned to you tenfold. Like, you know that. The kingdom is yours. Dominion is yours. You just keep your faith and walk in your power of God, of light, love and light. God is the only person that can change us and give us a level of understanding and joy. And that when we don't have that devil, he'll take our faith from us. He'll take our faith from us. He'll allow us to attach to something temporarily, just to open ourselves up so he can come and scoop just another scoop of your faith. And over time, it kills your faith. So we must always wake up with faith. Build your faith. Don't say you got faith in God and leave it at that. You build your faith and you keep your faith up daily. Daily. Protect yourself daily. You have to. See things for what it's worth. I used to do this. I used to always, that's my heart. I used to want to see the better in everybody. But now I see that wanting to see the better in everybody allows me to open myself up for people to play with me, for people to try to use me, for people to try to hurt me. I understand that now. So Spirit done let me know it ain't no friends unless they my friends. If they not my friends, that's not your friends. So I understand it. So whoever listening to this message, I'm pretty sure you understand it too, you know? So you can go around saying I ain't godly when I tell you something that ain't godly if you want, but that smiling and playing and all that, like we not doing that no more. That's a wrap. Profit on some whole nother stuff, whole nother lane, bro. Whole nother people and a whole nother game, bro. I want to be around good, joyful, motivational people that support me. I don't want to be around people trying to pull me down. Can't nobody get to the top like that. That's silly. Nobody will reach the clouds like that. Watch who around you. Protect yourself to and from. Watch what you take in your ears. Watch what you give out your mouth. Help somebody if you can. Give a word of encouragement if you can. Stop something if you can. All for the love of God, though. Till next time, love everybody. Peace out.